It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, you beautiful souls. It's the moment before Friday, of course. It's Thursday. We're still bringing you the magic this morning now. And in May last year, during the tough lockdown restrictions, we caught up with our long-standing YouTube viewer. His name's Kaylan Leigh Mawa via video call. Now, Kaylan is a Joburg-based operations and events manager and the founder of Pace Motorsports. Now, he's an established esports motorsport racer, and he's now joining us all the way from Jersey down to Cape Town in studio for the ATK Pro Series happening in Cape Town. Kaylan, man, it's so good having you in the studio.
I'm so excited to be here. So excited to be with you guys. Yeah.
In your zone, in your comfort zone. I thought before we even get into this conversation, I need to bring in the big guns, of course. We've got Grant Hines in the building. Brother, you want to join us for this one, my man?
Be join or beat?
Beat! Grant, how are you doing, bro? I'm sure you are as excited as Kaylan is for this, for this one, bro.
Of course, everybody at home must see this. Like, having a racing rig like this in studio just like shows how professional gaming gear can get.
It's so cool.
And somebody like Kaylan who's as professional at racing, you're going to see some incredible performance, which is just, it's great, you know?
I can't wait, man. But let's get back to what makes you the man that you are and what got you in the seat in the first place, man. How did this whole esports journey actually start for you?
Ooh, it started about 4 years ago. I had joined a series called the Rush Gaming Series where they had a GT Sport League that took place. And it was my first time joining something, using a steering wheel for the first time, sitting like this in front of a screen.
Had you not even driven a car before?
No, I had. I was old enough at that time.
Okay.
But yeah, from there it just sparked the interest in gaming. I've been playing since I was 7 years old. And yeah, I just took off from there, and I've been playing for the past 4 years competitively on Gran Turismo Sport and other games.
And now you're flying around the country, entering tournaments, and you're all the way in Cape Town for the ATK tournament. So can you guys tell me more about this? I mean, I'm not the biggest gamer when it comes to the upper echelons of gaming. I'm more about the banter, but in the esports world, this is huge, right?
Very huge, very huge. So the ATK Pro Series, it's one of the flagship series in SA, sponsored, or not sponsored, but recognized by Motorsport South Africa. And yeah, it's split into two sections where we've got the ACC or Assetto Corsa component and the GT Sport component that the drivers are taking part in. And yeah, it's a 6-round series running all the way up until July, and the guys are taking part in various cars, and yeah, it's just going to be very, very
running
competitive.
up until July. Has it already started?
It started. The first round took place this past Monday.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, a lot of the guys were already...
Well, you've got to tell us, how did you do, man? How's it going?
It was a good race, good race. I enjoyed myself. I think I finished 6th, and yeah, it was very, very, very competitive. I think I underestimated the competition quite a lot, and I think a lot of the guys did as well. So yeah, really awesome.
Well, it's only the first round. I'm sure there's some more magic coming through later, of course. Now, I've got to say, I mean, you watched the show on live streaming, obviously, and I'm sure you chatted to Grant Hines when we had that competition, which you absolutely loved. I got to ask you, what are some of the favorite moments that you've had? Obviously, so far, it's been a short little TV career, but I mean, what's been the highlight?
Well, I think obviously being able to meet Grant and watching all the tech shows that he does on the Thursdays, and the one thing that I love watching the dancing segments. So watching Carl Wasty the past 2-3 weeks with all the different dance crews.
Bit of a legend, eh? Oh, you see that one on TikTok?
You'll never catch me in a dancing incident. Lucian and Carl calling. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the OG Grant Hines challenge has been accepted. We might just make that happen. But of course, brother, it's so good obviously chatting to you again. I believe you guys are going to go head-to-head and start putting out.
We are.
You're going against the legend himself, Grant Hines.
Rolling
no easy task. So you boys get into this, of course. Well, I'll just be smiling, waving, and watching the show. I actually need to get a... Can I come around you? I want to see this, man.
Go for it. Go for it.
See how the pros do it here. Grant, what's your take on this so far? How's he doing?
Look, like, I mean, he's doing phenomenally. This is your Ghost, right?
This is my Ghost,
So a Ghost, by the way, for those who are watching, can you see there's another car on the track there in front of him? It's like a little bit shaped. That's his last round.
Okay.
So he's able then to try and compete and beat himself. When you were racing your time trials, there's your Ghost. You want to be able to beat the time that you had before. You are your worst
So that's like your
enemy.
PE?
Yes. That sounds like a fitness term.
That's a fitness term, your personal best.
That sounds like peanut butter to me.
This man's making it look like peanut butter and jelly over on the track. I'm not going to lie. He's right up there with the PB as well.
What track is this?
This is Catalonia in Spain.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
So what track in the tournament is everybody competing? Because I know a lot of people, super sport enthusiasts, will understand like what the tracks are.
Yeah, so the past race that we did was actually a GT Sport track called Blue Moon Bay.
Blue Moon Bay.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to what Daytona would be in America. And then the next track that we are racing in, again, is a GT Sport track called Saint Croix, which is a area in France that they kind of modeled around the actual area in real life. But the more common tracks that more modern real life racers would know is things like Brands Hatch, which will be round 3. And then we did our seeding on this actual track, which is Catalonia.
So how long is the tournament going on? Until July?
Till July, yes.
And what is the final prize pool? Because I know a lot of people, whenever I talk about esports, they want to know, how much money am I going to make?
So it's not actually money, unfortunately, but the winner of the full series will be able to take part at the World Championships of Motorsports in Spain.
What? In Spain?
France,
Are you going to fight in France?
Yes.
Are you going to fight in France to drive virtual racing?
I'm going to win it to get there, yes.
Yes, that's what I'm like, Kaylan, that's
Sorry,
amazing.
guys, I just have to take this moment and say, Mom, look at this. It's a real thing. I could have played games all my life. Look at this. Oh, all the way to Spain. That is insane, man. Oh, unbelievable
Never
stuff.
underestimate video games.
Exactly.
Clearly not. I mean, you guys are absolute legends, making a beautiful career out of it as well and inspiring people on top of it. And guys, I got to say, it looks like so much fun. Is there a possibility to ever play a game like this as a multiplayer version?
Yes, you mean you have to have all the different machines and all different rigs together or online, but you don't race like that, you do time trials, right?
No, we obviously do race online as well, so it's mostly online based. From the comfort of your own home, you can have this full setup, provided you obviously have the money to spend on it. But
we were going to be talking about the setups a little bit later, and one of the most amazing things is that during COVID and Corona, last year a lot of the races were cancelled. At least like physical races. So a lot of the pro teams, the traditional sports, ended up using these rigs or rigs like this at their homes to still continue to compete because the simulations are so realistic. So when Kaylan's able to do here, you're pretty much able to do on a real racetrack.
I'd hope so.
But I gotta say, even if I look at the rig, and again, a big kudos and a big thank you to ATK for actually supplying the rig, it looks like an actual car, man. It's got this like roll cage sort of effect for the safety. You got the bucket seats, you got realistic car pedals, the throttle, the brakes.
There's force feedback on the steering wheel, so the steering wheel will counter, like when
So
you
you
drive.
feel like you're on the track.
Yeah, if you see a close up now, when Kaylan's bumping on the side track, the steering wheel is actually giving you realistic feedback as to what's happening on the track, which is really cool.
Wow.
It's really to give you the most realistic experience that you can, so that it's racing. We all understand racing, and you want to make sure that everybody's in the same playing field. Just one more question: the other races, do they have the exact same setup as you, or do they have different setups?
No, so some guys do actually race on the controller because this is the PS4 console.
Okay.
But those that do use wheels, they use many different types, so it just depends what the pocket can afford.
Cool. When you go to Spain, take us with.
Well, guys, I'll let you guys carry on with this. It looks like so much fun. I'm definitely going to have to get a round of this. But of course, Mzansi, we will be sticking into this game and diving a little bit deeper into the magic of what makes it all happen. So you don't want to go anywhere and stick around for more of this. Come on, man, you're right there. You're right there.